Oh no, the game didn't work. Oh, I was just hoping to immediately transition into the game. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. I think my computer can really handle that transition. Let me bring the music down. How's everyone doing? I was just so excited about like transition into the game as the end of the theme song, but man, this is I guess I don't streamline that often for that to happen. How's everyone doing? I think I asked that already. So a lot of people in the chat already. Wow. This is I guess this is technically, well, not technically, this is 100% the first live stream of Miracle Mile. I can't remember when I streamed City Skylines last. A long time ago, I would say. Yeah, let's start with the usual. Where is everyone watching from? I like to see cities and countries, and this is gonna get crazy, so I'll do my best to read everything. Can't promise anything. And in the meantime, also let me know if the audio levels are okay, if I'm like, if the music is like too loud or something like that. And let me tell you that I'm gonna be playing some like 80s music, just theme appropriate, I guess, from the Epidemic Sound library. Okay, wow. Okay, this is moving really quickly. We have people from Turkey, Amsterdam, Netherlands, Nevada, London, Colombia, Sweden, Helsinki, Finland, London, Rochester, New York. A lot of people from the Netherlands, actually. Scotland, more people from Sweden. I'm going to be in Sweden soon, also in France, just so you know. That's all I'm going to say for now. People from California, locals from California, Stuttgart, Germany, Dublin, Brazil, Belgium, Indianapolis, British Columbia, and Canada. Nice. Hello from Greece, Mexico, Minneapolis, Czech Republic. Wow, it's going too fast. Costa Rica, nice. Hungary, Switzerland, Poland, North Dakota, South Africa, America. I like that. Lisbon, Portugal, Norway, Southampton, UK, Montreal. Oof, can keep up. Philippines. Wow, everyone. A lot of people should be sleeping in many of these time zones. What are you doing? Some people from Argentina too. Nice. It sounds so weird saying it like in Spanglish like that. I either just say Argentina or Argentina like that. But yeah. Chile, South Korea, Saudi Arabia. Nice. Okay. Wow. I ran out of air, so if you want me to still host this live stream for another couple hours, that I need to stop reading names. Sorry if I missed yours. But so here's the thing. Since I didn't have this past week has been crazy. I've been working on a couple projects that unfortunately you won't be able to see for about a month. But that kept me pretty busy. I also did another episode of FBS that's probably going to be out in about 2 months too. So I figured, hey, let's do a live stream and just work on a small, tiny project, which is what I was already thinking of doing in the next episode of Miracle Mile. And particularly, I wanted to focus on this area by the McDonald's and maybe the Structo Cafe if we have time. But I wanted to just go ahead and complete this little build. It's not huge, so I think we might have time to start working on this one on this side as well. But we'll see. Pretty much what I have in mind here is adding a drive-through and maybe adding some decoration to the pretty much the surroundings of this McDonald's. And I'm gonna do my best to read chat, because sometimes I get too zoned into the actual build that I forget to read chat. I think we might have Beast Schoolhausen joining us in a couple of minutes. He said he wanted to join the live stream, but he was busy at the time. Well, right now. So yeah, let's see. Could you make a version where the market was alive? I mean, that will be like, I would have to redo this whole thing again, so probably not. The whole point of this is to theme it like it's not going to be completely dead, by the way. Just to answer that question a bit more in detail. Some of the shops, I think I made a decision that I'll make them stay alive. So for example, the AMC will still be functional. The Best Buy will probably still be functional too, especially because it doesn't have the abandoned textures. But everything else, I am thinking of repurposing some of these buildings. So for example, well, I don't know. Actually, I don't know exactly which one I will use, but I'll turn some of these into storage units. There's also a building that's going to be sitting here maybe that I'm having some asset creators work on them. We'll see if we can pull that off. So it's going to be 50% alive instead of completely dead. So, you know, I guess that's a good compromise. Let's see. Oh, hi, Skibbeth. How's it going? Make a water park. Well, let me finish this first, and then we'll see what we're gonna do next. Actually, I already know what I'm gonna do next, but I might change my mind. I mean, in fact, the other series that I was going to work on before this one was going to be the one, and then I just last minute decided to go with this because, you know, that's how things work. Okay, let's jump into the game here. Lots of errors. You can ignore these. These don't matter anymore. I wish that I could just like turn them all off, and I know there's a mod that does that, but I think that causes more issues than not. So, you know, for now we're just gonna have all these notifications, even though I think we have water, don't we? Let me check real quick. Yeah, no, we don't. Let's get some water here. Why not? It doesn't really matter, but might as well, huh? Let's get some pipes in here. Try to align them as best as I can. How come you don't let me do this? There we go. Just get some piping in here. Really not important for the kind of game that I'm trying to play. There we go. Fantastic. All right. I also got a lot of assets for like cars and stuff. Actually, I should probably just search cars. Who made these? I think I got a couple Ninja. Let's search for Ninja, because I got a lot of assets from this one creator. You can see here, there's a whole variety of vehicles that are more, you know, realistic than the vanilla ones. So that might be interesting to start filling up some of these parking lots. I think the music is a little bit too loud. I'm gonna bring it down just a touch. There we go. Otherwise it gets too distracting. All right. Will you ever release this as a save game? Yes. I pretty much release everything as a save game after I'm done. But actually, let me run this by you. How many people do we have right now in the chat? Oh, 280. Okay, so that's a good enough sample. One thing I was thinking of doing is maybe including as part of my Patreon campaign, which you can totally go donate. Just releasing like mid-episode save games as they go, in case you want to like come back and like take a look as, oh, he did this way or this other way. So let me know if you're interested in that, because that's something that I've been thinking about, and I think that will be interesting for some of you. But yeah, definitely the final save game will most likely be out in the workshop as I usually do it, and you know, for free. You wouldn't have to pay anything. Putting down some graffiti. That's like actually not a bad idea. Is there any good graffiti in the? Let me start putting down some cars here, just to see how things look like. Is there any good graffitis that are in the workshop that you can just put on any wall, or do I need to get? Do I need to get like just a building that already has a graffiti on it? I guess is what I'm asking. These cars that. So the thing with this, some of these props is that they're kind of floating there, so you need to like bring them down. I guess it makes more sense to just put down a whole bunch of them. And then, is this the same car, right? What is this, a RAV4? Yeah, okay. Let's put, I love this car, man. The Fiat 500 Abarth. I want that car. Okay, let's bring this down just a touch. There we go. Just want to scatter cars pretty much throughout. Let's put this one in the handicap spot. Let's try to find a better color. This blue, dark blue one, I think it would work. There we go. Bring it down. Do you have a mod that kills Chirpy? Yes, because Chirpy is gone. I don't know. Some mod gets rid of him or her. I don't know. It's annoying. I never ever find that useful. So yeah. But it's also like it really doesn't bother me. It's as long as it's there and not doing anything, it's fine. Use a mod to remove the need for power lines and water pipes. Yeah, but I mean, I really don't care. I would only care about that if these buildings were alive. But since they're not, you know, maybe if I make the AMC, I will have to like get rid of all these fences and everything and make this alive. We can actually do that during this live stream. I'm starting to think, but that could work. There are graffiti props that you can put them where you want them. All right. Thank you, Rippleaxe. I recognize that name. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out because that's a great idea. I mean, we have so many like awesome walls that we can start graffitiing, if you know what I mean. I also want to have like a little bit of a terrace here with this retaining walls that I did, like something like this. In case you haven't seen it, let me bring down the cars menu. This is the whole map, by the way. It's pretty big. There's some hills in the back. We have Ocampo here. I already showed this in an episode, but in case you were curious. Right, going back here. So I think the drive-through should come through this street. This is if I'm not mistaken, this is just a one lane on each direction, right? Yeah, because we have this one and this one. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna allocate this segment of the road because you have the little window here for the drive-through, and but we'll get to that in a moment. Let me add a few more cars in the mix. How much RAM do you have? So I have 32 gigs of RAM, and since I added these new assets, man, these police cars look amazing. They're so American, it's not even funny. Since I added all these cars, now I'm like, with the amount of assets that I'm loading in the game, I'm sitting... Actually, I can just check Task Manager. I'm sitting at 22 gigs. But it got increased quite dramatically because it was sitting at, I don't know, like 18 gigs before I added the cars. The cars are like really high quality and the textures are pretty big, so that's using up a lot of RAM now. We need one of these pickup trucks for sure. I don't want to like completely fill the parking lot, just so you know. Just want to add a few scattered cars here and there. This could be... I mean, no one will walk this far, but I'm guessing like employees will still sort of park here. So I just want to put a cluster of cars nearby here, and the rest is going to remain empty because it's not that popular of a destination, or at least that's what I'm thinking. Let's bring that down, get rid of these crazy colors. Oh, these Sprinter. Is this a Sprinter or a Ford something? Transit. Okay, close enough. Close enough. What is this? Driving school. Oh, okay. This is gonna come in handy. I didn't know that was there. How long are you planning on streaming? I don't know. Like an hour, maybe 2. When I was younger, when I started my channel, I used to stream for like 4 or 5 hours. That's no longer a thing because I'm old. I'm not young like you guys. Let's see. Wow, there's so many questions. How do you get the vehicles to move down from floating? Every time I do that, they go floating back. They go back to floating back in the air above the parking lot. I use Move It. You go Move It with this is Move It, by the way, but you can press M. I'm using shortcuts. Then you select the thing and you go page down or page up. And so far, every time I've done that, when I restore the game, things stay where they need to be. I think there's another mod that is involved with that process, but I'm not sure. Here's the thing. I have so many mods that I've been collecting throughout these years. So at this point, I don't even know which one does which. I just have a collection, subscribe to everything, and that's it. Oh yeah, prop snapping. Thank you, King Leno. Man, King Leno, dude, like... all of these awesome buildings that you see here, the newer malls and the abandoned malls, just look at the detail. This was all King Leno, so make sure to say thank you in the chat because he's He's been amazing. I mean, just look at this, the detail here. Let's see if I can get closer. This is amazing. Hang on. I'm going to use this old trick to get closer. Look at the texture here of Sears. Like there's work put into this. You could tell. So yeah. All King Lino assets have this level of detail. So it doesn't matter if you get these Dead Mall assets. You should get everything he does. Especially if you're building like a Las Vegas strip. He's released a whole set of those. And of course, you need to go check out his Las Vegas strip series. Let's see what else. All right, cool. Let me add a few more things, because otherwise I keep answering. I don't mind answering questions, but I also want to build something. So let's get this one here. Let's bring it down. Should probably like put a few more down, and then I don't want another blue car. Can we get a white one or a gray one? There we go. Perfect. What I was saying is it's just easier to put a whole bunch of cars first and then move them all together, so that they're all the same sort of, distance to the ground. Let's put one that's like slightly farther away. This one, the texture doesn't look so great, so maybe not. I'm gonna put another Fiat 500 because I really like that car. There we go. But not in orange. Ooh, I like this color. It's kind of like not super realistic, but these cars have like crazy colors. So let's bring that there, and boop, there we go. All right, all that is done. So in terms of cars, I think we're good. Let me just add, let me start adding some markers here. So I actually have two options. What I was thinking for this area of the parking lot is, this area of the McDonald's is to have a fenced area with a playground and some tables, which is something that I haven't seen in the newly done McDonald's around my area. But I remember like going to McDonald's in Argentina when I was a kid, and I think many of those still do have like a fenced or gated playground in the front. And in the back, I think this space is a little bit too much in terms of the gap that sits in between this road and this. But maybe we can fence it out with some like wooden fences or something like that, and have this be the garbage area. So there's quite a bit of detail that's gonna take place here. So the tables and benches in the big empty area. That's exactly what I just said. I don't know if there's a delay in the chat, but yeah, that's actually what I'm aiming for. What I don't know is, I think I want to use, there's like a black fence. Because these ones are like too fancy. I don't want that. What about this one? This one is like too farm-like. I think this is the best one that I can maybe fit here, but we'll get to that in a moment. Let me go thin line long. There's a longer one, I think. Let me just search decals here. I could just put, oh my God, how come I didn't use this before? Who made these, by the way? Oh, these are Ronix. Are these Ronix too? Interesting. Oh, because these are part of the expressway. Oh, I see how it is. I didn't notice I had those. Those are actually kind of awesome. I'm looking at a McDonald's drive-thru here on a second monitor, trying to come up with some markings. But I think, let me see here for a moment. Because I know I have like a really long line, so I don't have to use a million different props, even though I don't care, because this is a small project. And if I go into, can I go into prop count? Look, we only have 6,000, I can't say that word. 6K props, 6.7K props. That's how many I have. And we have 65,000. There we go. That's the right way to say it in the map, but we're not going to get anywhere near that. Okay. Oh, someone is saying that the... Captain Viridian. There we go. Yeah, the modern McDonald's have indoor tables. I guess that makes sense. this is the line that I was looking for, by the way. So this is tricky. I'm always, what I do, this is probably not the most mind-blowing tip ever, but I'm trying to, whenever I need to place decals or something like that, I want things to align, I try to like rotate it right up against the next most straight thing. So in this case, this curve here, and that way I can like pretty much, even though it's not like perfect because you know, the rotation here is kind of finicky, but at least it looks good enough, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'm gonna put this here, so this lane remains free for cars to just drive by, and then we're gonna add maybe a drive-through decal here real quick. Do we want it to be on this metal thing, or do we want it to be above it? I think above is the way to go. Just want the spacing to be here and here and here to be somewhat equidistant, because otherwise it drives me nuts, but it doesn't have to be. It certainly is not in real life. Another thing that I want to add is this, don't I have these? Oh my god, please tell me I didn't get these assets. Oh man, the delineators, you know, those like plasticky things. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's okay though. Let me, so okay, I guess I can just put this as, I'm gonna make some of these markings up, by the way. They're not gonna be like 100% realistic, but I do want like a line there to show where you need to stop, even though that's not a thing. And then I also want, do we have any kind of sign or billboard? I know there's some vanilla ones that we could use. Oh, we're searching decals, that's why. This is what I wanted. Okay, that makes more sense. Have you seen my billboards? I have not. There's a pre-existing drive-through marking. You mean like aside from this one, or this one? Also, by the way, one thing I want to do is press M here, if I can. There we go. Select this decal and go page down a whole bunch of times so that this decal starts sort of fading out. There we go. That makes things easier. Also, this is like, there we go. That's much better. Because you want things to look a little bit more worn down. I want to rotate this just a tad. There we go. Let me minimize this for a second. Which color should we use? I think I would go with this one. This one looks nice. Let's go like that. If you hold Control and then click on the other end of the prop line tool line, you go into this edit mode where you can just do things like this. Just in case you know, I have a full tutorial on that in my channel. I get that question quite often, so I might as well answer it here. I also don't want a lot of these delineators, just enough so that they make sense. And they're, of course, floating up in the air, so we need to do something about that. The same way we did with the cars. So let me just unselect all these things, remove it, and go like this. And this is what I was doing before, going really close with the FOV using Cinematic Camera Extended, and bring this down just enough so that, you know, things sit flush up against the road. Do you have any tips for someone that wants to start playing City Skylines aesthetically? Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many things. Actually, I've been thinking. Okay, let me back up a bit because I'm gonna go off topic otherwise. I have these tutorials that I made right after the game came out, and I was talking to Vlogs and Jay the other day on Discord, and I was asking them like if they thought it was worth it doing an updated version, because I get a lot of like really nasty comments on those videos just because they're really old, and I didn't really quite set the expectations of those videos. Like, there's a lot of people who just play vanilla who are like, oh, this is like only works with unlimited money. You didn't say anything about that, so just downvote and like just nasty comments. So I was thinking of doing a brand new version of that, which is more holistically speaking. If you want to play City Skylines, aesthetically, first I think you'll have to mod the game quite a bit. Press did a video on that. It's like 5 minutes and it's really well put together. So I recommend you do that. Just search for Press City Skylines, and it's probably by far his most popular video. If someone wants to link it in the chat, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that. And I would start with that, and then just get ideas from Google Maps. That will be the second thing. I think 2020 also did a video on how to make realistic cities, so check those videos out. And maybe I'll do another one kind of in that fashion, but try not to cover the same topics that they did. So there's more content out there that people can source to learn more things. Distance, thank you so much for your donation, man. Huge fan of yours and biggest inspiration. Loving FPS and Miracle Mod. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. If there's a question that you absolutely want me to answer and somehow it gets lost in the noise of the chat, you can use super chat like Distance just did. And I'll 100% guarantee you a response if you do that. Let's see. What sort of frame rates do you get in a detail city? Well, it depends. If you look at the floor like this, like 20 frames. But if I look like this, like I'm already getting, I don't know, like 15, maybe 12. Something like that. The lowest I've been getting in my projects lately is about 7 FPS. So, wow, we just finished the playlist. Let's start this other playlist. There we go. I only have so many songs that I can play in the background. Okay, let's build things, because otherwise I'm talking a lot and not really saying or doing a whole bunch. Oh, by the way, I need to switch the theme real quick, because I just swapped the assets with FPS. Ruined, and I want this. There we go. Great. So now we can start decorating these planters as well. Okay, so we have this line here. Let's see, what else do we need? I think we need some worn road decals, just in general. So what we're gonna do is just maybe add this, a few of these, something like that. There we go. But you never want these to like stay like that just as you plop them. You always want to bring them down using page down, like I showed you a second ago, because if you don't change the opacity, they don't look very realistic, especially when there's such a big contrast between the actual texture and the on the road underneath. So yeah. Oh, Jutron Quo just became a sponsor. I enabled that yesterday. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Links automatically remove from messages. Oh, yeah. Okay, but you can just search $2.20 and Press, and you'll find both videos quite easily. Trust me. Where can I send you a link to a Billboard album, if I may? Let's see. You can send it to me. I mean, you can email me on my website. Is that like an actual asset? So here's the thing. I'm very particular with the branding of things. I can't promise you I'll add it. I'll just say it here in front of everyone. But I'll definitely want to take a look at it. And if you're maybe willing to take suggestions, maybe we can tweak it a bit and we can have it. But that'd be interesting. I did get some like billboards, like some old billboards that I think I'm going to add somewhere. These are all vanilla, man. These are awful. Where are the... I got some... Maybe it's like... Is it abandoned? No. I know I recently got some like abandoned billboards, like blank billboards, and I thought that those were kind of awesome. But yeah, just send me an email. I think that will be the easiest. Or send me a tweet or Facebook. Those probably be the fastest ways to get a hold of me. What UI mods do you have? Only this one, the extended info panel. Okay. Let's see. Let's do something else next. Let's put some curve planters here. Can we fit the width here? It kind of narrows down. Let's see if we can just nudge this curve enough so that we get a wider area here. By the way, I'm planning on doing a full-on QA video in a couple of weeks. So if you still have more questions after this stream, you'll have opportunities to ask them, and I'll actually answer them on camera. So just so you know. I don't think I should do these like super wide ones. Actually, we have enough room here that I think we can go for these like network-based curves that I really, really like, in case you didn't notice. Okay, let me switch to here. There we go. By the way, I'm rocking a brand new recording not location, but like setup. I changed my microphone in a much better way. I also have like 2 monitors now that are exactly the same. I'm gonna cover those in a setup tour that I'm hoping to get done relatively soon. I'm waiting for a camera to actually go into the market next week. I'm buying that and then recording it. But yeah, I'm much more comfortable doing this now. Before I had my microphone kind of coming from one side and then really odd location. I kept hitting it. I did hit this already, but like not as much as I did the other one. And by the way, I'm putting down all these walls on the side here because it's just easier. They snap to everything and it's kind of annoying. But this is actually much better. So it's also tricky to get the nodes selected, right? But this is usually how I do these walls, in case you were wondering. Kind of did this during time lapses, but now you can see it in real time. It's much easier this way. Lars Goran Jansen. She had thin mints, Graham crunchy things. I don't know what that means, but thank you for your donation. I would love an explanation. If possible. All right, so we have sort of the base here. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add the other one and then lower the nodes all at once. That's usually much easier. And this one is pretty much just a rectangle. So let's just draw the shape here. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna move all the nodes anyways. Actually, let's move these 2 closer together. And now these 2 closer together. Then maybe we can move all 4 nodes. Oops, not like that. Maybe like this. Wow, they get really wonky. That's never happened before. Oh, hey, Earthis. Wow, you just became a sponsor. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Man, I really need to stream more often. It's a lot of fun. It's for some reason it feels like really stressful before you because I like to plan things. I'm not like one of those like cool streamers that just start. I don't know. I need to be like in the mindset, and I try to like do it on Saturday mornings just to be able to catch as many time zones as possible. This is Saturday morning for me, by the way. It's like 11 a.m. in my time zone. But yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you, Tyler. Wow, that's a really generous donation, man. Are you sure that wasn't a typo? All right, this is getting better here. Okay, cool. So now we have the issue with the concrete. With the concrete here, where the Yeah, because if I go with Surface Painter and like remove this, actually, yeah, might be able to get away with it. It doesn't matter if it bleeds a little bit over or outside of this thing. So yeah, let's just start tweaking this. So now that we have this in place, I think this needs to be closer to here. I'm trying to align where the curve sort of begins. And now just go like this. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And also take into account that we're going to start adding just bushes and vegetation around it. So many of these imperfections will be covered by those. That's usually my MO, hide everything with bushes and trees and things, in case you didn't notice. Can anyone please suggest working parking spaces mods? Dude, get the parking road mod. It's the best thing. You don't need anything else other than this parking road mods. In fact, I've been using these parking roads just without the actual parking spots for everything now. They're really good, like just regular roads. Regardless, they have amazing textures. I wish more. I mean, there's a lot coming up in the workshop, and there's some really good ones. But man, these are like amazing. They're really well thought. I love when people just release kits like that have a lot of like different configurations and combinations that you can use for many things. Like these walls are freaking basic and simple, but look at all the things we've been doing with the walls. The curves here, the freaking more curves here, and just more curves here. And then I've done this like tiered planter thing. Here, let me move the location of the sun real quick. I mean, it's so flexible. Even the underpass here, it's all done with that. It's so exciting. We have all these like curvy roads, curvy walls here as well. Absolutely amazing. Even these retaining walls here. So versatile. I would love to see more of those. Actually, I know of some things that are coming up soon that kind of behave like that, but I can't really say much about that. I've been asked to remain silent, but you'll see them soon enough. I was at the beginning of this year. I wasn't like, or just for the last couple months, I was like, oh man, because like the workshop kind of slowed down a bit. But I guess that was just like the holidays. And in my mind, I was like, oh no, it's over. All the cool people are no longer releasing stuff. And that was obviously not true, because there's still amazing things coming out in the workshop every day. By the way, it usually doesn't turn this, it doesn't take this much to actually do all these things. I'm talking at the same time as I'm trying to do this these planters, so it does take some time, but not this much. Let me try to get this stupid node selected. Oh, I hate it when it just does that. There we go. Come on. Have like 1 pixel hit area. Red Dragon 96. I love your videos. Thank you so much, man. That's much appreciated. There we go. That's nice. Let's see if we can get rid of this. Oh, perfect. I love it when you just remove the pavement and it just like almost perfectly fits your thing. Not here. This is not the case. What can we do here? If I use the brush, will it work? If I go like concrete 1 by 1, no. Okay, then that's fine. Let's just keep that as concrete, and we're gonna cover it with the trees and stuff. This one looks mostly okay, so I'm gonna leave that. All right, we're getting there. Another thing that I didn't know if I should do is literally add this curves around the bike path to or at least like from here to like around here, maybe later. Use pluggable pavement. Yeah, the problem with pluggable pavement is that it's a little bit too big. I know there's like a tiny one. Oh, this is not the one. Well, this is even bigger. Yeah, they're not like smaller ones that would like fit this shape, unfortunately. But I have used pluggable pavement in many situations before, and it's most certainly convenient. But in this case, since we're going to cover all these things with bushes anyways, let's actually do that real quick. Just to stage things a bit. I want this to look somewhat landscaped. This looks a little bit wild, just like everything else around it. But maybe we can add some cool things. Definitely not that. Oh man, this tree looks really interesting. I wanted to try these Pedelmo trees. Like this is my favorite. But I also don't want to block the view as you're coming or pulling into the McDonald's. So maybe we can just put one here, one here, one here, and then one here. Just very sparse. And then we're going to add low vegetation underneath them so that the view is unobstructed. So like something like this. Oh, I like covering the base of trees in general, because they don't have any like footprint underneath as they used to when, you know, in older, I think like old versions of, or non-modified versions of City Skylines will like give you the ruined texture underneath the trees, like something like this. But that's no longer a thing, at least not with these trees. Let me add a few of these. There we go. Oh, this is the Interama song, in case you were wondering. My weekly dose of stress relief has arrived. Wow. I can make this really stressful for you. I can make it like not align perfectly, and that will like make it like really, really annoying for you. I'm not gonna do that yet. All right, I want something that kind of like sits flush against the floor so that I can, I guess I could just do this. These look a little bit too much not manicured, I think, but this is the only way I think I have to like really block the, or cover the concrete underneath. Oh, also, one word of advice: whenever you're putting down trees, bring this to like 0, because otherwise, if you bring it to like 1 as by default, this happens. You just click once and then you get unlimited. Even if you click in one spot, like I'm putting down a lot of things, which is like really annoying. Let me actually select all this at once. There we go. Yeah, I know I have unlimited trees, but, you know, like the fact that you have unlimited everything doesn't mean that you have to do it like that. At least that's not my MO here. I try to keep things... I try to add only the assets that I need. I'm not a huge fan of just simply spamming everything all the time. That causes frame rate drops. And just for no reason. You're not adding any extra detail because of that. Okay, some lantanas. I haven't used lantanas in a while. Lantana 2, I don't think I've used this one, but it's a little bit too dark. Let me put them side by side. No, I'm going to stick to Lantana 1. Oh, Mr. Mason. He's doing some really awesome stuff. Oh, this is perfect. This actually fits. I mean, I can even use it like here. I kind of want the grass to sort of exceed the height of the curve just a little bit. Also, I literally just said I should bring this down and I didn't, so I do apologize. Search vegetation from now for some nice vanilla props that were added in Green Cities. Yes, you're absolutely correct. I don't have Green Cities, by the way, but I did see the I don't know exactly what to search for, but here, let me go into landscaping. It's not under landscaping, I think. Let me add some of these branches here, by the way. Just wanted to make things look a little bit rougher in the middle. Should we add flowers? These flowers are great, but they're a little bit too big. You know what? I'm gonna add some clusters of flowers here. This makes it look a little bit more manicured and not like total craziness. So maybe something like that, kind of in the middle, and just have this gap here. We're gonna fill it. I'm gonna look for that in just a second, but first I wanna complete this. It's all about layers. I'm layering as many things as I can. We add some lantanas here. There we go. It's starting to shape up nicely. Kind of liking this. Oh, I love this. I love this too. But I'm trying so hard to not overdo this. It's ridiculous. There we go. So that's pretty well covered. Let me add a few more here, and I think this looks okay. Let's see what. Yeah, let's find the. Oh man, these are really nice too. So many good things. I know exactly what you're talking about with the vanilla assets. I recently discovered them, but I don't know which keyword. I mean, I have 300 people here in chat. Which keyword did you use to be able to find that? Oh, Lars sent another donation. Seen some Burv on YouTube, CS player, a real city planner. I have. I saw. I think he did like a review of Rhinestone, and I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of that. Nothing. I don't have anything against the guy, but after seeing that, it's like, I don't know, because he like got he's reviewing a map and like he didn't get like half the assets, and it's like, maybe he improved. I don't know. Maybe I should check him out again. But after seeing that, I was like, this is not amazing. That being said, there's a lot of really awesome people that are miles better than the work that I do, and I feel like every day there's like new recommendations for City Skylines videos that are like, holy crap, I need to step up my game, man. Which is awesome. I like that, like, you know, quote unquote competition. It's you know, keeps everyone on their toes. Okay, let's step aside here for a moment, because I don't know what I'm gonna just plant. Is that what I should search for? Plant. Oh, you're right. There we go. Plant pot 4. Is it? These are the ones that you were talking about, right? Yeah, these will actually fit perfectly here. Let's see what we have. Oh, dude, these hedges are spot on. Do we have other hedges? So we have the Padelmo hedges, the new ones that are really, really awesome too. 3D hedge. Like these ones are amazing to like separate here, but I don't know if I want like a full-on hedge. Maybe on you know what? Let's add a hedge here on the side of the road instead of having a curve. Let's just put down some hedges. Or maybe we should like keep them next to the fence? That could also be a thing. Let's do it. Let's actually do it this way. Vegetation. Oh, okay. So planters and vegetation. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've definitely seen this, and I was thinking of adding them like kind of around like these places, but I feel like these are like really nice. They don't look like wild. But I definitely want to use them somehow. Like these places could be great for this. Okay, we'll come back to this. But yeah, these are really great vanilla assets. And the cool thing is that you don't need green cities for this. But I'm guessing I definitely want to buy green cities. I've been told a few good things about it, of some assets that you can't unlock using Find It. So I might pull the trigger whenever a sale comes out or something like that. Okay, let's go into fence mode. And let's try to align this as much as I can. Or something like that. How does that look? Let me add a few more here and see what everything looks like. Because I'm not sure this is a good idea. Not yet. I guess I could just do this instead. Just bring it. Might as well do this manually, because it's going to take forever otherwise. Actually, that's not too bad. I love how like the leaves are kind of creeping in through the fence. This, I don't know, I kind of like this. What do you think? This is why I like doing this live, because I can like immediately ask you. You can let me know if this is a terrible idea, or if it's like meh, or if it's like holy crap, this is amazing. More often than not, it's meh. Do you have some assets? Wall cracks might be good. I do. I mean, I have like all of these, and I've been using them in several places here. Let me show you, like around here. I'm gonna try to cover the whole parking lot with things like this, these cracks and like the grass tufts kind of growing in between. This fountain is clearly like no longer maintained, but no one keeps the crap because it's like sitting here in the back. I think I added more of these pavement cracks in other places. Where, like, yeah, like around here. I'm gonna try not to move the camera so much so that you get the bit rate settles. But yeah, like some things like this and just like clusters of like broken pavement, I think will be a great idea. What theme are you using, Strict? I'm using the Cedar Valley 4K theme, but it's been altered with Theme Mixer, and it's using the sand from the Sinu theme and the ruined texture from Rainhold. Okay. Yeah, I don't see a lot of comments about this, so I'm gonna keep going. Let's just keep going a bit more. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? Worst case scenario, we'll delete them. But I think they add quite a bit of detail here. Maybe if I put this at an angle. Something like that. It's not too bad. At this point, I think I should just go with the long one, right? Hedge long 3. I wonder where hedge long 2 is. Is this hedge long HQ? Maybe I'm missing some cool hedges here. These ones are amazing, and this is all I need. These are all Padelmas, if I'm not mistaken. Of course. Yeah, of course they are. You should add transportation for the mall. Well, I mean, the mall is dead, so... I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'll add a bus route or something that goes from Ocampo here into... Oh, look, there's a train passing. Okay, see, now you can see their actual frame rate, as it's like totally awful. I posted this on Reddit a while back. This like uber long train that you can see. It says Cedar Valley Northern Railroad, by the way. But yeah, it's like it's as long as the town is wide, I guess. It's actually a little bit longer than that, because you want to see how this looks like. Let me play the simulation real quick for a second here. There's a whole video made of this city, so you can find it in my channel if you haven't seen it. Okay, let's continue to build. Let's go back into the McDonald's. Yeah, it might be a good idea to do a bus route from, especially we're gonna keep the Best Buy and the AMC alive. By the way, someone told me that there's like someone said in the previous video, left me a comment that Best Buys are never in like malls like this. And what's funny to me is that pretty much every Best Buy around me is in a mall like this, like a Westfield type mall, or I don't know. I mean, there's a few that are on like strip malls, which are like different kinds of malls, but I've definitely seen Best Buys looking like this. I don't know. Maybe that's just a California thing. How do you get the bottom of your control panel like that? This is called the Extended Info Panel mod. Hey Strick, first time watching you live after watching your videos for, I don't know, at least a year. Well, thank you. I'm hoping you're enjoying those videos and they're not like a terrible thing to watch all the time. I'm wondering if I should like maybe wrap the hedge over here to like keep this sort of gap equidistant, because the fence is like it's doing its own thing. So if I maybe curve the hedges here and have a line here, this is like the property that McDonald's is renting, but not the rest. Does that make sense? Also, it wouldn't hurt to actually connect power to this McDonald's, because right now it's not operational, although it's producing garbage. I don't know what that says about McDonald's. That sounded really dark. I didn't mean to bash McDonald's. I'm okay with McDonald's. I don't often eat here because, there's In-N-Out where I live, but man, yeah, I should probably do this with actual prop line tools instead. So what you do is this in this case. This may not make a lot of sense, but just give me the benefit of the doubt for a minute here. So if we bring this like this. Something like that. And now, oh, okay, so I got it. So now I can do the curve kind of going around it. Let's do that real quick. Mr. Potato, I'm making an Arrowhead style city. Where on Google Maps can I get reference photos? Just go to Southern California. Just search LA and start going towards the east, like in between LA and Vegas. That's where we were basing Arrowhead on. So just go there and there's just go Street View. There's a lot of Street View in that area. Let's make this smaller real quick. Okay, so this one's gonna be a bit tricky. Just playing some more music here. I need to move this as I make it. This is what I hate about this mod. It's that. So one trick to get this mod to not snap to everything is like first use the snapping tool to click on the node where you want to select, and then use Control S to disable snapping, and then you place the thing, and then you enable it again as you connect the next node, because otherwise it's just going to make your life really miserable. So it wants to snap to everything, and when it snaps to like one of these bike paths or pedestrian roads or things like that, it sometimes it deletes it, like here, like it wants to delete this segment, and that's not what I want. In fact, I might, even if you turn on anarchy, it will still delete it. I wish that was fixed, but it's not yet, so it is what it is. How long have we been streaming? 1 hour. Cool. Okay, after I'm done with this, I'm going to send some tweets to invite more people to join. See that? God damn it! This is what I hated about this. It just deletes the thing. Okay, I'll tweak the curves later. Doesn't matter at this point. I just want to get the sort of the outline, kind of like I did here, and then I'm gonna tweak all the little details. McDonald's has or do not have playgrounds in most of them too. I don't understand if that's a question or I mean, I think most McDonald's. I mean, it really depends on the real estate, but I would say that most McDonald's do not have playgrounds. Especially those in like heavy urban areas. The nearest McDonald's to my house doesn't have a playground. It's tiny. I mean, it has a drive-thru and everything, but it doesn't have a playground as far as I know. But at the same time, actually, there's 2 McDonald's that are really close to me, and they're really, really tiny. One is like at a gas station. And that one does have a drive-thru, but it's like, I don't know. It certainly doesn't have a playground as far as I know. I think the only time I actually been to that McDonald's is on like Memorial Day when everything else is closed. All right, it's getting there. Come on. Thankfully, these roads don't despawn when you just get a wall through them, which is good. What graphic mode do you use? Can you be more specific? Like, are you talking about graphic, like game graphic settings? Everything is set to like ultra or max. But I'm like, this is it. In case you were wondering. But I mean, I'm sure what you're actually asking is like how many of these mods I actually have. There's so many to count. You can find there's a if you look at all the, actually let me double check one thing. I think in the description of this very live stream there's a link to the full collection of assets and mods, and they're separate collections. You can find there's a link to the full collection, which is called Ocampo, as the name says down below here. But at the bottom of that collection there's linked collections, and one of them is just like all of my mods and no assets. So that would be a good place to start. So I'm gonna bring this curve all the way to like here, and that's where it's gonna end. And then we're gonna nudge all these nodes, put them in place, and it's gonna look hopefully great. More often than not, I will go through all these effort, and you'll rarely see this in my videos, but I'll spend like a good 30 minutes working on this thing, only to realize that it looks like crap, and I ditch it and start over. So you're getting the raw experience here. It's not as glamorous as the video is portrayed to be. Especially, I get a lot of questions all the time, and many, this is something that you've been wondering too. Like, how the hell do I get like super smooth FPS? I don't. I mean, look at this stupid car. If I look at, like here, if I point at the city, you can see how bad the frame rate goes. It's ridiculous. This is how I usually play the game. Except when you see my videos, everything is like sped up, so it looks like super smooth. Lars saying McDonald's operates more playgrounds than any other private entity in the United States. I would believe that 100%. Okay, let's select all these nodes at the same time. We're gonna bring them down to almost street level. If I can select them. Oh, I hate it when they're so close to other things. Also, more often than not, after I selected like 20 nodes and then I select the last one and I forget to hold shift and then it just deselects everything, I'm like, ugh. Okay, let's bring this down a whole bunch. Try to measure. Oh, I forgot a thing there. I think this is a little bit too tall. Let's bring it down just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, so what is going on here? Let's get rid of this. Let's put it again. Great. Okay, let's now notch everything in place the way it's meant to be. Let's. Oh, this is not connected too. That's probably why there's this weird connection here. Let's grab the bike path again. Connect this to that. There we go. Now we got rid of that ugly thing. Let's get that rounded in. Let's bring this here. Let's get that rounded over there. You want your nodes in general to sort of align where the beginning and the ends of the curves. That way you can get like the perfect following curve. Basically the tangent one needs to be like matching the other thing. How long are you having the map them for? I don't understand your questions, man. I'm sorry. How are you having the for your channel this season? Yeah, I don't understand, Tony. I think you might be using like a translator, but it's not being translated properly enough for me to understand what you're asking. Or maybe you're not asking anything, you're just saying something that I don't understand. If you speak Spanish or Portuguese, feel free to use those languages because I can understand them. Even French I might be able to understand too, but Spanish 100% I'll understand. I wonder, will there ever be a connection between Springwood and Miracle Mile? They're very similar considering the whole 80s vibe. Actually, I haven't thought of that. I should talk to $2 about that. That might be interesting. Actually, let me ask you, how would we connect Miracle Mile and Springwood together via, like, how could they be part of the same universe? Just give me some ideas and we'll discuss them. But yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's bring this node right over there and right over here. And that's like a little bit not perfect, but it's okay. All right, something like that. Okay, give me 1 second so I can send some tweets, and then we'll continue this. I'm still streaming. Come join us. Keep saying joint instead of join us. Not implying anything. Or maybe I am. Oh, Skivitz just sent me some DMs about the graffiti. Let me see. Oh, these look kind of nice. Oh, I'm kind of tempted of. I'm kind of tempted on like just subscribing straight up. I have this mod that allows you to just see assets without, like, subscribe to assets and see them in game without restarting. It's kind of buggy, but it's yeah. I'm gonna keep it open on another tab. Like, give me a second here. Just 1 second. Almost done with this. Awesome. Yeah, so as I was saying, there's this mod called Artificium or something like that, where if you subscribe something from the workshop, it like appears in game after a few seconds. You know what? Let's do this right. Let me save the game just to be safe. Also, I should probably... Okay. So this will be episode 6B. You saw some of my save games. I should have switched monitors when I do that, because there's some things there that I might end up spoiling. Next time I save, I'll definitely switch monitors for a second. What graphics card do you have? So I have a 980 Ti, but if you go to strictoaster.com, you can find all of my computer specs there. And if you click on any of those links, it will take you to Amazon. And if you buy anything on Amazon during that session, I get a tiny, small little cut. It won't affect the price of anything that you buy on Amazon, but it will help me quite tremendously. So just keep that in mind next time you buy on Amazon. Make sure to go over to my website, click on any of the products, and that's how you will be in the... That's how I'll get a tiny portion of your purchase. In what part of the U.S. is Ocampo in? So Ocampo was based on this city called Lagrange, which is in I forgot where it is. I 100% forgot where it is. I think it's in Kentucky, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, Midwest, maybe. Let's see, I'm having problems with cars cutting other cars on the highway. Would you know how to fix this? That's just the game trying to find the quickest path to whatever they're going. Traffic, don't expect traffic to be like perfect in this game. It's not a realistic simulation of any kind. The only way that you may be able to fix that is with this mod called the Traffic Manager President Edition. And then if you go into a lane connector, you can just select the node and you can say, hey, go through here or go through there. You basically connect the nodes. And also, if you one thing that you can do is you can select a segment like this. Actually, let me show you what I did here. This was a suggestion from one of the viewers. So I'm blocking trucks on the left lane. So if you look at here, you can see how trucks are staying on the slow lane towards the right, and then cars are driving on the left. So that makes overtaking easier. Here's a whole bunch of cars coming in. It's kind of mesmerizing. I need to get rid of that tractor. It's really ugly. And now that I have all these awesome trucks, I should probably get rid of the vanilla trucks as well. But yeah, that's how I solve that issue. Henry Hod just donated again. Thank you so much, by the way. You make great quality videos and I love it. Thanks, and greetings from Estonia. Oh man, I've been hearing a lot of really awesome things about Estonia. I've been seeing some like travel vlogs and I'm like, dude, I absolutely need to go there and maybe fly the drone. I don't know how permissive or prohibitive drone laws are there, but I will still go there no matter what. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad that you're enjoying my videos. TMP has a config option for trucks to prefer right lane. Really? Where? Is it like in the actual menu? I wish this was like in alphabetical order, by the way, because I can never find anything. Gameplay. I've never touched any of this, just so you know. I think I once did this, but it was like a different type of city, so it made more sense than this. I'm like quickly glancing at all these menus, by the way. How long are you gonna stream for? Probably another hour and a half. I mean, I really want to get this McDonald's done, but I keep getting distracted with things. Policies and restriction at the bottom. Okay, let's take a look at that. I saw that button. There we go. On roads. Enable highway specific lane. Heavy vehicles prefer outer lanes on highways. Ooh, nice. Okay, let's just check that. I mean, I did it manually, I guess, but let's see what happens. I hope it doesn't like destroy my CPU How is that? It's sitting at 74% right now. Okay, we'll see. Please extend the drive-through towards the curve and have an ordering point. What do you think? Like towards here? I mean, the ordering, yeah. So yeah, I'm not finished. I definitely want to have an ordering point. In fact, what I'm considering is maybe moving the McDonald's like closer to here, so that would make more. Because like usually, the window like ends. It's like at the end, right? So you wanna have the ordering board, just like a little bit like that. But also, I wanna add my tables here too. So I don't want to go too much in that direction. So maybe around here, maybe we can move this like decal. Something like that. That's as perfect as it will get. I don't think it will get any more perfect than that. Okay. Are we gonna see a McDonald's playground? Yeah, I'm hoping to. If I stop getting distracted. Let's actually work on that. Let's go get the fence here. This is too long, right? Where's the entrance? The entrance is like right there. Okay. So we want to keep this right up against the curve. I don't want people walking outside of this. So this is what we're going to do. Actually, I'm just going to keep it here. And if we... Okay, this is like not aligned. Please be aligned. There we go. So if I do this here, like so. Something like that. And is there another entrance here? There isn't. But what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna do this at a gate there. Do we have a ramp? Cement ramp. I don't think this would match the curve, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't. What is this? Yeah, no, that's not what I want. Another's I think Ronix made like a thing that bridges this gap, because I want this to be like the way for people to come in to the McDonald's, right? So there's gonna be like a pathway through here. What line decals are those? Which ones? This one? I think of these, if I'm not mistaken. The SAS white line marking short, something like that. Remember, we also have this like bike path here, so I want to... Do we have any bikes, actually? I don't think I have any bikes. Yeah, I don't. I know Ronix released some bike assets, so maybe I should add like a little spot for bikes to actually park or be locked or something. Let me grab the fence, so like that. And I'm wondering if I should like continue this fence around here, but I think this sidewalk here is fine. It's like mostly protected anyways. Just rotating this so that it's not totally like misaligned, even though these roads are not parallel to each other. Can Linux Curve have a ramp? But I don't think the color works. At this point, I just want a ramp, period. I think Ronix did something like that. Like one of these is a, I think it's this one. This is too big though. Yeah, I guess I wanted something shorter. Or one of these two is like Billable Bateman, square. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. As long as we have the fence over there, it's fine. Okay, so fence in place. We also, I definitely want like a pedestrian crossing of some kind here, which makes me believe that I think I need to, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move this McDonald's like closer to here, and you'll see in a minute why, because I want the pedestrian road decals to be like around this area, so people parking here can walk on this curve here and then get into the McDonald's and just meet the door. So yeah, hear me out. So I think Avania made some really awesome crossing decals, just like this one. So we can do something like this. Nice. And then we can grab the stopping point. Instead of being at the booth or the window, we just put it like right here. And do we have a yield? Yes, we do. I wish the typography would match this one, but it doesn't, so it's unfortunate. It's okay though. As long as it says yield, we're good. Let's get some arrows in here too. I think what I want is this. Actually, yeah. I certainly want like arrows pointing the direction of the thing. I don't know if that looks so right. Is Avania a girl or a grill? Is Avania a grill? I don't think she's a grill, but she's definitely a girl. Or a woman. I don't know how old she is, but she's definitely not a grill. I can confirm that. Add a small volunteer fire and police station in the town. There's already one. I'm not sure about these arrows. Not gonna lie. Just keep them not there for a moment. These arrows are actually nicer and they're just like shorter. What I want though is these tiny little things. Actually, let's get rid of these delineators here, because I don't think we'll need them. So let's get that there. I've been using these pedestrian markings a lot and I love them. So let's select that. Let's bring in closer to the action here. There we go, that's nice. Something like that. There we go. But I don't know if I should put more signs like this. I also don't want to overdo things. Let me grab this. Actually, let's do this and this. So if we keep this aligned, it kind of conflicts with this car here. So maybe we should move the car. That's what should happen, I think. Let's move this to, let's get rid of that. Let's move the cars out of the way for a second here, and let's get the parking properly connected all the way. And now, do we have some hatch lines? We do, but these are like way too strong and big. Unless I just do something like this. If I put them here and I lower them down, will I get enough opacity so that they are only visible? I mean, that could work. It's kind of not amazing, but it could work. So another thing we can do then is this. We have a 4x1. This is like too long. So let's just keep this one like this here. Might as well just do another one of these. Let's turn this off. All right, something like that. Not I'm not a huge fan of this, by the way. I might change it later, but for now, I think it works. It's not like awful. I guess I could manually do some hash lines, but I don't know. I've tried that many times, and it never looks just right. There's always like one or two that are off by like a pixel, and it really bugs me. So, okay, let me just move some of these cars over here. There we go. It's not too bad. So we have our connection towards the restaurant here. Let's extend this fence. Actually, let's grab this fence instead and just extend it there. You took inspiration in La Salada to make this mall, right? La Salada doesn't have a mall. I've driven through that area many times. I know that area very well. The type of mall that's in La Salada is kind of that's a mall or like a commercial area in sort of the outskirts of Buenos Aires. By the way, for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, it's kind of a sketchy place, but yeah, that's the municipality where I grew up. So. Is this music from Drive? I don't think so. This is just music from Epidemic. I don't think that's... I'm pretty sure the music from Drive is like heavily copyrighted, which I wouldn't be able to use on these videos, unfortunately. I would love to know how the hell is Casey Neistat and all those like big... Actually, the only one who I've seen using commercial copyrighted music is Casey Neistat, unless he's actually like licensing each song. But I'm just curious. I don't think I'll have the money to pay for that, but I'm just curious to see what the process is, because I do work in the music industry, and yeah, that's just interesting to me. Okay, let me add some vegetation here to like make this not look super awkward. This is what I had in mind originally, by the way. So I'm gonna add clusters of just grass, and we're gonna go over the fence. I already put that one down. I think I want this one. There we go. Just create like a collage of like bushes and things. So let's go with some of these dry grass. By the way, the look and feel of this series, because I've gotten some comments about it and maybe people misunderstood. This whole point is like to keep it like really monochromatic and like really kind of dead. You know, this like autumn, fall aesthetic. That's kind of what I'm going for, just so you know. Even though we already have some flowers, I guess spring is starting to slowly creep in. You should do a volunteering hospital sheriff station inside the town. There's hospitals and police. All the services are already in the town, man. I think it works like a flat, so you pay $1,000 for a library of songs licensed by a label, then you can use them for some time. Yeah, that's what I thought too, but I haven't seen that like heavily publicized anywhere, so I don't know. I would love more specifics, like literally a link that says you do this here or there. But yeah, I'm sure. Well, he's probably big enough that he can just license. He can just pick up the phone and get some label to license the music. I would even say for free. Like radios get the music for free because it's like considered advertising for the artist for the most part. So maybe something like that is in place. But all right, so dude, I kind of like this. I think this came out great. I think we need to add like a row of smaller trees kind of around it. Your stream is lagging. If someone can double check that, let me know. If it's lagging for more people, let me know. But from the preview that I'm getting here, it's looking okay. Man, the watch count has been sitting at 316 people like since we started. It's crazy. Like no one left. Oh, Approach Medium is here. Hey man, how's it going? Let's see. Oh yeah, trees. Forgot. Actually, before I do trees, let's finish this because this is usually how I operate. I get like totally carried out by other things that I shouldn't be doing, and that's how I have like half finished projects everywhere. Let me see. So first of all, one thing I want to check is whether or not you can see this McDonald's from like the road. There we go. We're not blocking it with foliage. These are the kind of things that I actually like take into account when I do these things, just so you know. Love how like gradient this slope is. It's really nice. We have the hills up there. Yeah, so this looks good. One thing I should probably be doing is adding some, I think I want to add some decals to the floor. But I don't want to do like the usual concrete lines, concrete expansion joints that I usually do. So let's figure something out instead. Let's go into search here. Go into decals. Let's see if we can come up with something. This is Bird Monkey, right? This has to be Bird Monkey. Yeah, it is. We have these concrete ones from King Leno, but I think I want something a bit more stylish, maybe. This red brick, this is vanilla, if I'm not mistaken, right? Oh no, both of them are. Interesting. Haven't looked at floor textures in a while. These tile decals could also work. What if I make a path out of these? I think that will actually be great. Let's just try it. I don't think I can get rid of that trash can, unfortunately. How do I do the curve here? Is there like a corner piece that I can use? But I guess I can just fake it like this. It's kind of offset, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this curve. Come on, King Leno, you should have done a curved piece, man. Actually, I could use this. Wait, this actually works fine. Yeah, let's go into camera mode so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, this is perfect. Let's do this instead. So let's just place this here. I wonder how many people are like really hungry after this episode, like wanting to get McDonald's. Can I? Oh, please tell me that width fits. It doesn't. Okay, that's fine. All right, that's not too bad. Kind of like it. Let's get this other angle in place. Ideally, I would love if this would match, but I don't think it will. Let me see if I can just... Sorry, I know chat is moving a lot, but I'm like concentrating on this. Just give me a second, I'll look back. Something like that. There we go. And we can even do... I know there's this texture is somewhere there. Is it this one? No. Those tiles are from the Stone Age. It's King Leno, literally the creator of these assets, is telling me that these are old, but they look great. This is how you know you made them good. It's because like after however many years, they're still like really useful and they look nice. So yeah, let me grab this and move it underneath so I can match these like tile work there. There we go. I mean, that's really nice, if I do say so myself. That looks like it belongs. So what I'm thinking is I want to have a couple rows of tables, and then I'm going to close this fence and put a gate so that all the little kids can like stay in this like pen thing situation. And I guess this also, like, if they're suddenly moving all of these playgrounds indoors, this makes more sense. Will fit the theme of the mall better because it's like older, and they didn't really bother too much to update it. So let's go back to the tiles here for a second, and let's grab. Let's see, what will be the one that could, I guess this one could work. Just wanted a big tile that would cover everything. Oh, it's almost a perfect width. Just barely. At a glance, you don't really see the gap here, so I'm fine with that. Let's see what chat is saying. Could you quickly scroll through your mods list? You mean these mods? There's if you link it, if you go into the description of this video, there's a link to the full collection, and at the bottom of that collection, there's a link to mods only collection. So that's exactly that might answer your question much more efficiently than me just showing the list of mods. Why the McDonald's sign is the new sign? Well, because they have to like update some things. They cannot, but it's much easier to update the sign than the actual building. Though this sign, I like it a lot, except the textures are missing. I don't know, like there's some assets that are like brighter than others, and because they're missing like a thing, and I think that's the issue with this McDonald's. I think it's because it glows at night. Yeah, look at that. It's crazy. Oh, we need to add lights to this too, man. Wow, I have a lot of work to do here. And it's only been like 2 hours. Holy crap. Okay, I want to at least get this mostly done. I don't know if I'll 100% finish it, but at least just want to get it, you know, really close to being done. Okay, let's figure out the rest of the tiles here. I saw some like, I wanted to use some like red terracotta. There we go. This. Actually, I can cover all these imperfections on the sides with this. But this would make a nice playground texture. I think. The curves is what really gets you. Especially with these big ones. I have an idea though. Just give me a second. We'll try that out. My idea is to actually grab, I mean, I can just do this, cover most of it. It's kind of not amazing, but we're gonna have some details there. So if I go for plant and we go for these green CDs ones, might be able to just hide the fact that these decals don't go all the way to the edge, you know. But I'll never say this during a video. You'll never know. Except now, all 300 of you know how I tricked you into believing that everything looks perfect when it clearly is not. If you try placing like garbage utility building close to McDonald's, a garbage truck might be spawned and go collect the trash can. The problem, I mean, there's good enough garbage collection. The problem is that this McDonald's is like moved away from the road, so there's no road access towards the McDonald's. The only solution, oh wait, I have an idea. Oh, I just thought of something. So in this, we'll hit two birds with one stone. The problem is that this McDonald's is not connected to the road. That's what I think is happening. and that's why it doesn't have garbage collection. But if I do use this, for example, or even this is gonna break everything. Let me actually save the game real quick. If I do, let's see, where are we? If I create this pedestrian road, connect it like into the McDonald's. If it will let me do that. Actually, I could just go the other way and then just move it. I get the ramp and everything. So I can just do something like this and it'll glitches crap out of everything. But maybe, only maybe, we'll get... Wow, that's like really... that's nuts, but it's okay. It could work. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? What's a mod that I use for curves and walls? You mean this? The concrete retaining wall network? I think that's the one. Anyway, let's see if this actually works this way. And now, okay, so here comes the trash vehicle. You see how it despawned? All right, it picked it up. I think it worked. Or maybe it was working before and I'm just like, I just ruined it for no reason. Let me do something here real quick. Let me grab this node and bring it down to reveal the textures. Yeah, now it's definitely connected. Now it definitely works. Bring that road down over there. I don't know. I kind of like this. Push it a bit lower. Yeah, that's what I did. But like this mod is kind of finicky when it comes to that. Maybe if I bring everything up instead. I think the transition between this road it's what's really killing it. Let me select the node only here. Yeah, this is going to be covered by that, unfortunately. Even if I, whether I lower it or bring it up or down, it's not going to matter. But at least it looks nice. You know what? Let's just see if we can just fix it. I mean, the shade of color is different, though. Oh, I could have used this here. Yeah, this makes way more sense. The width doesn't really match, but it's okay. Let's put it like that just for a second. I'm not gonna leave this like this, just so you know. But where's the? There we go. Okay, there's two there and here. Bring this down. Very subtle hatch line. Yeah, this is awful. Let's get only one of them there. And you know what? Let's just might as well move this. Something like that. It's a bit of a gap there, but I think we can fix that with bike middle. The savior of white decals. Something like that. Maybe I'll add some planters here on the corners too. I don't know. Man, this is looking good. I'm so happy with this. Let's get the fence, and I'll reach out in just a second. I know there's some action going on there, but just give me a moment here. Where's the? Is this the longest one? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Gate. Okay, so let's just put this here first, and so I think I can just put one in the middle there. at a gate here. Another one there. And I can just complete... They don't quite match. It's okay, though. We'll do a little bit of overlapping here. It's fine. As long as we match the thing. Let me get in closer. Just trying to get it as perfectly as we can. There we go. It's not too bad. It's a little bit strong of a playground, but maybe if we open the door just a little bit to make it look a bit more in use. It's nice. I think it's looking good. How about having a split between the normal parking and disabled parking lot road entrance? There are no spaces on that. Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess I could just delete this, huh? I think that's what you meant, right? So we can get this guy and put it here. It's a bit of a big gap, but maybe we can just get this closer. And then get another one of these. Something like that. I think that works. Let's get, yeah, you see the garbage truck is now using this 100%. Let's use crossing. There we go. And just actually put a crossing here. And everything will look fine and nice and great. So, like that. That's not what I wanted. Just a little bit closer to that. There we go. Something like that. There we go. Now it matches on both sides. I like that much better. I wish that, and this is like, I'm like really nitpicking now, but I wish the guy who made these parking lots would like add like lines on the edges, or at least give you an asset to do lines like this or hatch lines, because the textures look like freaking amazing. Like, look at the detail here. They're really beautiful. The shade of white is perfect and everything. So unfortunately you need to go into the thin line here and just do your thing manually like this, which is fine. I'm not really complaining, but it's nice to be able to use the same assets from the same set, right? Just to get everything looking perfectly accurate. Something like that. I think I need to add some delineators here so that cars don't really drive into them. So let's just manually add them really quickly. Let's put one here, one here. Actually, they shouldn't be on the lines. They should be a little bit inwards. Something like that. And like that. And like that. There we go. Great. So let's select these. Come on. Let's go down. Awesome. This one's kind of like in the ground here, but it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. Let's grab this pedestrian sign. Actually, in this case, I'm just going to put like the edge pedestrian signs. Slightly rotated towards the drivers. And I guess on the other side we could do the same thing. Actually, traffic should flow only in this direction, right? Yeah, and this is where the arrows come in handy. Let's do that real quick. Let's use this instead. So we're gonna add this here. Man, it wants to snap to the walls for some reason. Let's put another one here. I also don't want to like overflow everything with arrows, just so you know. Speed bumps. Yeah, actually that would be... do I have speed bumps? I don't. Why don't... I thought I did. I'll get some speed bumps. That's a good idea. I like it. Okay, cool. So arrows there. So I think I do need like double arrows here. And then I need the curve arrows. There we go. It's not too bad. And so this should be basically like that. No, you're going the wrong way. You're not supposed to. Okay. I need to block traffic here just for a second. I'm not too sure about this now. 'Cause technically this goes like this, right? This goes like here. I really don't want the arrow to be on the metal thing. I think we need like some like double line situation here to split the traffic a bit. Let me go back to the arrows for a second, because I could also do this here. Like this one is a bit too narrow, so maybe we need to upgrade this to like a proper road instead. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that might be better. Actually, you know what? Let's do... this one is like too intense. Let's grab the national road, maybe? This is like too much. What about... how does this one look? This one's actually better because it's wider. So let's grab this. And then I'll put some like markings here so that you can only go into here and not the other way. Something kind of like that. This is just like a draft. I'm not finished. Speed bumps at McDonald's. You want me to spill my drink? That's a good call. You should have. I mean, if we did a good job as part of the McDonald's corporation, your drink should have a lid. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Should have a lid, and your drink should be safe, even with speed bumps. I'm like I was saying, this is a draft, so I'm gonna work on these arrows. I need to take like a 30-second bathroom break because it's been like 2 hours. Yeah, I'll be back in just a second. Don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back. Bring the music down. There we go. Oh, the game is frozen. Oh, never mind. That's the auto save. So yeah, I know. I need like the speaker and everything else. I don't know if that's a thing. And can someone like link me? Well, actually, I don't think you can. Let me. I'm searching the Steam Workshop right now. Just give me a second here. You zoom out so you can get a view of everything else and how like dreadful the frame rate is. Like, actually, let's look at it this angle. It's much better. Solid 20 FPS. That's like too much. This is 20 FPS. Looking at the town is like about 7 FPS. Actually, am I using this like mod? No, I think I disabled the dynamic resolution one because I was getting some like super sharp footage the other day. Ooh, there is a drive-through prop pack. Oh my god, this is so good. Is this McDonald's? Doesn't matter if it's McDonald's or not. There's the windows. Let's see. There's actually a lot of them. Okay, I'm gonna subscribe to these. I'm gonna subscribe to these just right now. I'm not gonna restart the game or anything. Let's just do it quick and dirty. Actually, let's go into the game and search for Drive. And you'll see them pop up in just a second. Subscribe. It's gonna freeze the game for a few minutes, or not for a few minutes, but for a few seconds, and they should show up if all goes well. Come on, frozen. There we go. Nice. This is so cool. Okay, let's do that real quick. That way, that will shape sort of just everything else, basically. Actually, I'm starting to think maybe this whole lane should have been drive-through. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's fine. So this is the speaker. Actually, does it come in multiple colors? It does. Interesting. I think I want the plain one, though. We can fake a line of cars. Okay, let me rephrase that. We will fake a line of cars. So we have the speaker there. What else do we have? We have the menu. Is the menu like just floating there? Like, check it out. It has the full menu and the drinks and everything. We need this sign somewhere around here. I don't even know if that's like floating or what the hell that is, but it's just gonna stay there. And what's the mod that pops stuff up in your city? Hang on, let me get you the name because it has like a weird name. I think it's called like Artificium or something like that. It's like a weird name that doesn't make any sense. It's like, it's not like it doesn't make it. Maybe it does make sense. Maybe my intellect doesn't appreciate how much sense it makes. It's let me see, where is it? I'm gonna post a link in the description. Oh, here it is. That's the mod. AEDIFICIUM. Hot loading workshop items while you play. Just search for that. It says this mod is abandoned, but it still works. I don't know. All right. Let's... Oh, I got some arrows here now. Oh, I think... Oh, this reset... Subscribing to that reset all the arrows from, like, the game, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see. If I go into road color changer real quick and turn these on and off, maybe I'll be able to get them gone. Road's color changer. Remove, like if I uncheck this, no. Remove markings. Remove markings. I don't know. I think this is this messed it up when I did the mod, but it's fine. It's okay. Trainer, wow, thank you. Thought I'd support you a bit. Love your channel, strict. Keep up the awesome work. Also, have you thought about adding a cinema to the mall? Well, let me tell you, because I think you're gonna really enjoy this. Here's a cinema. It's actually, I added in the previous episode, but here it is. What's different, or what's going to happen, is I've been convinced by some viewers to make this one still be alive. So stay tuned for that. Also, the Best Buy will probably still be alive. Everything else will be closed. Well, aside from the McDonald's and maybe the Stricto Cafe. I haven't made a decision on that yet. I think the Stricto Cafe will be alive as well. I need to redo all these roads, by the way. This is just disgusting. I'm not going to keep these roads like this. But in the meantime, let's finish the McDonald's. I don't like this menu just floating there, so let's grab one of these planters from Green Cities and use this as a support for the menu. What do you think about that? Actually, menus are usually like at an angle so that both passengers and drivers can actually see the menu. So let's see if this works. This might be a total crazy idea, but let's just see. By the way, whenever you hot load these assets, the LODs are like gone. So just keep that in mind. You'll have to restart the game, but at least you'll be able to play with them and just test them. And if you don't like them, well, nothing really happens. Just saved you a lot of time anyways. That menu is not quite looking the way I think it should. I think it needs to be more at an angle, huh? Like maybe something like that? Just slightly. And I want the speaker just to be like really close there. They usually have more than one menu, but I don't know. I feel like this is too much. But I kind of like this look. I feel like you should add delineators to prevent people from going straight at the place where... Yeah, no, I'm not finished. There's gonna be a lot of like lane markings here and things like that. Trust me. Actually, let's add a few of those. I keep changing my mind about everything, but yeah. So I wanna keep this kind of like this. So, you know, people can actually make a turn here, but we're gonna make a line that goes from here to here that would prevent people from doing just that. And here we're just gonna make a nice gentle curve. Someone also pointed out in the comments of the previous video that there's a new asset that allows you to do like smooth curves with props. And I haven't tried that yet, but I want to. They do look awesome, even though they will take a lot of props. So it will probably ruin your game. So something like that could work, I think. Maybe bring the drive-through sign over there, just like right in the middle. Keep it flushed against the floor, kinda, and then let's grab the delineators and just put a whole bunch here. This will sit flushed against the line instead. So something like that. Now it's starting to look more like a construction zone, but it's fine. This is going to be impossible to select all these things, and this is why we have filters. So let's do the decals first. Let's do these decals first. If I can select them all. There we go, that's not bad. And now I need to select all the other props and just get the delineators flushed against the floor. There we go. It's not bad. Now, one thing that you want to do in cases like this that I found that it's really nice is, since this area is not heavily trafficked, I don't even know that's a thing, but you can just add some like damaged concrete here to make it darker. So, you know, something like this. You know, I would prefer like smaller decals. Sorry. I would prefer smaller decals, but they're not. I don't have smaller decals, unfortunately. You can kind of do something like this. So this area looks like more damage just because there's like less traffic. And then on the contrary, you want to add more contrast on this curve. So if you go where, I prefer this one in this case. It's just like 2 or 3 will make this. Actually, this might be a better decal here. Like something like that. It's a bit too strong though, but actually, you know what? Let's undo this. We can use like tire marks instead, maybe. Yeah, this is probably better. Though they're a little bit long, but just want to put a whole bunch like this so that it looks like where traffic is usually flowing to. So that gives you an idea of how traffic usually flows. It's not perfect because this is like the most challenging scenario for this, but yeah, that's one way to do it. Strict. If you have traffic precedent, I think you can change road arrows. Yeah, but I don't want to change road arrows. I just want them to be completely off. Stupid. Okay, let's actually fix this because I'm starting to piss me off. All this work to prevent traffic from flowing. Okay, you're gonna go here, and that's it. Oh, and this is like a two-way thing. You are just going to go there. And this one, I need to block it from here, I think. So you can only go straight. Or here. And you can only turn right. And then you can only go here or here. You can only go straight. There we go. And that's it. I think that's it. Unless you want to make like a U-turn. Well, we'll see. We'll see how traffic behaves. I don't expect a lot of traffic in here anyways, but we're getting there. We're getting there. This is starting to look like more normal. Let's see. Okay, so we were doing this thing here. What else do we need? Do we need anything else other than this? You know what we need? I know what we need. We need some yellow decals because I want people to know that this is not a place where they can just hang out. This is a place of traffic passage. I don't know what the word would be, but I want to paint the curve yellow here so that people just don't park here for some reason. You know what we need to, asset creators that you may or may not be watching this, some decals for like red curves for fire hydrants and things. That'll be amazing. There we go. We have some yellow curve things in there. We should probably add something like that here too, and that will help us sort of fix this gap here. Let's actually go closer in. Maybe move this decal so that it matches this other one. If these are not string details, I don't know what is. There we go. Should probably tone this down, huh? It's a little bit too crazy. Oh, it didn't select the other ones. Come on. There we go, that's not bad. Wow, there's so many questions. Yeah, I'm repeating the song. Someone's saying I'm getting a deja vu with this song. I only have like 20 songs in this playlist, unfortunately. I can try, you know what? Let me just check something out for a second here. Let me pause this playlist for a second. I think if we do, is this the one we had? Okay, great. What about this one? Let's play this. Actually, I think this is the same one, just like different songs, but we'll see. We'll see. Dash line to enter the drive-through lane. Yeah. Actually, not bad. Like something like this. It's kind of not amazing, but I think it will work. Yeah, that was a good idea. I like it. Thank you. Right, so and at that point, I think drive-through should be like here, don't you think? And I think this line should like be in the middle. Yeah, let's do this again. Trying to get this stupid node to... Here comes the garbage. Yeah, this one is like a little bit too big for this lane, but I can't think of another, like a better location for this. Just trying to like at least align it as much as I can. I think that works. It's not bad. Let's see. Hey, I live in Buenos Aires and my daughter and I love your videos. Well, gracias. Yo también viví en Buenos Aires. Mucho tiempo. Wow, there's someone saying the same thing. Now I don't know if you're trolling me or not. Let's go. Should we add another yellow decal here for the curve? Actually, if I do that, I need to like start adding yellow curves to everything, and I certainly don't want to do that. But I do want to wrap this whole area with yellow curves. You have a very nice Spanish accent. Well, Spanish is my main language. English is my second language. In case you didn't know. Oh, this song also brings me back. This is kind of sketchy here in the corner. Let me see if I just cover this imperfections like that. There we go. It's not too bad. Okay, let's add some playground stuff and wrap this part of the seesaw. Where the I forgot where the assets. Yeah, these are the ones I was looking at. I want a jungle gym, but I don't know if that's what they're actually called. Man, this music is too loud. Let me bring it down. There we go. This is what I wanted. So we can add this here. Let's add some benches. Sure, blue benches. They don't really fit the McDonald's theme too much, but at least they're colorful. Actually, I don't know if I want that many benches. I feel like I'm overdoing it. Let's just keep that one there and then so add something like this just on each of the walls for, you know, for the parents and stuff. And I think we should add a few more of these planters too. Just a couple, not, you know, don't want to go crazy again. What other, I don't think there's any other like types of playground stuff that you find in McDonald's other than like these jungle gym type situations. Hey, I don't live in Buenos Aires and my son and I don't watch your videos. Well, thank you. I don't know what you're doing here if you don't watch my videos. Maybe 2 hours to split the lanes prior to the drive-thru markings. Oh, yeah, good call. Good call, good sir. Like this, I'm guessing. I really want to bring the shade of these down just a tad. It's really bothering me that they're like really bright. Maybe I should, I think I need a dash line here in the middle. There we go, great. Yeah, let's add a bike middle here as well. It's a really overdone markings for McDonald's. I don't think any McDonald's has this many road markings, but man, it sure looks good. Maybe this one is unnecessary. There we go, that's nice. All right, starting to shape up quite nicely. Let's put some tables. Do I have any like proper tables? I guess these are the best ones I have. Well, we can add some PPGs, but don't know about that. Yeah, let's add these. They're not very McDonald's-y, but I definitely want the white ones. I think I have enough white ones now. So let's just put one maybe here. Actually, we can just center them there. I feel like this is like too little seating area. But they do look nice, centered and everything. What if I just offset them a little bit? Kind of like that. That's not bad. Do I have any like umbrellas? I do, and they're McDonald's branded. I didn't even know I had all these assets. All right, I'm gonna need to get in closer here. We're going in, guys. We're going in. I'm gonna have to rotate them so that they don't clip with one another. And also to make it look a bit less staged, you know? I don't know if I'm like right in the center of the table. I know now. There we go. How does that look? Not bad, not bad. I think I need to bring this row down just a little bit. I don't know if I'd be able to select the node from here. Apparently not. So I guess I'll have to resource to this. There's some like glitchy things going on here. It's okay though, it's looking good. Let's see. When did you start learning English? Considers your second language. I'm currently learning Spanish, and your second channel is perfect for it. Oh man, a long time ago. I went to like a British school in Argentina, so I learned most of it there. But like I really perfected it years later when I actually traveled and started talking to people. Especially coming here to the US as a tourist first, and then as a resident, as I am now. I think Spanish is harder to learn as a second language. And accents are hard. I mean, I try really hard to get a nice accent going, but sometimes it proves elusive. Also, I keep popping in front of my mic, even though I have a pop filter. There we go. I think I was actually talking over my mic. That's better. All right. Okay, so this is looking good. We have a police car in the middle of the thing, but it's okay. Let's see if we can get this decals to like align better like that. In fact, let's just copy this. Just follow this design all the way through. At least right up until that edge. Well, you know what? Let's just go all the way. Why not? All right, right up until there. And I think we should do the same on the other side. It really bugs me that it doesn't align perfectly. I mean, it doesn't really bug me, it just bugs me. There we go. Wow, thank you, Juchuan. That's very nice of you. I hope that this is not a typo. Are you going to do something on the other side of the McDonald's? It looks a little bit naked. What other side? I'm guessing you're talking about this side? Let's see if we can somehow wrap this like that and still have it look somewhat decent. Can I just do like that? I think it's Kalina is all one word? No. How? I don't understand Move It. Like, if I search for King Leno, like, I get everything, but sometimes I don't. So I'm really confused about that. Oh, these match nicely. I think we can add a few more tables back here for people. Oh, it's saving. Come on. So if we're gonna do that, might as well just use the same aesthetic. Aesthetics. It's what's all about. Not a huge fan of clipping through the thing there, but I really don't have a whole lot of choices. You know what, this one I think we can not use and instead use this so that everything matches nicely. Actually, these two big ones are unnecessary now. If I just simply use this smaller ones on the corners, I think it's less noticeable. Not by a lot, but just slightly. Actually, you know what, let's go grab the yellow curve here and just paint this whole side yellow, so I think that will hide the imperfections to some degree. There we go, getting there. Let's see, where are the dumpsters going to go? Yeah, so good question. This area right here is where the dumpsters I think will go. Let's actually find a wall there and just put it in place before everything else. Now, what kind of wall do we want here? This is too much. This is obviously too much. They're usually wooden walls, but I don't know. I think this one's actually perfect. Let's grab a dumpster first. What is it? Trash? Well, are the vanilla ones the only ones I have? No way. I mean, they're not bad. They're actually some of the best assets the vanilla has. But I just want to have them like maybe like this. Let's grab a wall again. Like this orange wall, but I want to see if it's tall enough to like actually cover the thing. It's not. Close enough though, but I don't know. Let's see, do we have anything better? I don't think we do. Because I could just use like this, but this one, I don't know. It doesn't look very... Oh, this is perfect. There we go. Let's use this instead. Who made this, by the way? Michael over Wareni. All right, Michael. Good job. See if we can get everything to be aligned perfectly. Actually, we need some sort of gate. Well, I mean, someone's saying this is the grossest fence I could put. Yeah, that's the idea. Like, it needs to be, like, usually they don't put a lot of effort into decorating this. But my worry now is I don't have, like, a quick access. I mean, this one might work better, but it's, like, too wooden. This one is too industrial. This one is too low. I need better walls, man. This one is like too European. This one actually matches the bricks, so it's not as gross. But I still have the issue of like, how do I transition a door in here? Let me try that real quick. Even though it's like not a stall, but it could work. I can also always lower the dumpsters too, so it's not the end of the world. Also want to make sure that this is aligned to the actual McDonald's. Alright, that looks okay, I think. Kind of matches the whole brick terracotta theme quite a bit. Oh, you know what I can do? Dude, like I'm overthinking this. Or actually, I'm not thinking hard enough. I can just duplicate this. And maybe bring it up. Oh, it won't let me bring it up. It's like one of those props that is like terrain conforming, right? Is that what it is? What the hell did I just do? Yeah, it's terrain conforming. God damn it. That's okay, that's okay. Let's get closer. So, I guess I can just use this and maybe we can keep the dumpsters on the other side. Let's see. Michael Waring in King Leno. I don't know what that means. Are you trying to say Michael Waring is King Leno? The wall is so crooked. Yes, I know. Isn't it hilarious how crooked everything is? Let's try to fix this. Everything is kind of crooked, I'm not gonna lie. Come on, dude, just select the stupid wall. Okay, so now this is aligned. This is crooked. The problem is the roads are crooked too. I'm not gonna fix that, unfortunately. Actually, if I do this like this... Wow, that looks even more crooked. What's going on? Let's actually keep this aligned to the decals. This is a much more exact reference. Let's get rid of you and then just do that. It doesn't have to be huge, this like dumpster area. Just, it has to be wide enough so that this dumpsters can get in and out. Something like that. And then we need like a gate. Do we have like a metal gate of some kind? Something that would hopefully will obscure the nastiness of the dumpsters. No? Okay, fine. We're gonna go with this one then. I kind of like that. I think this works. And now we're gonna grab this smaller one. Just cover that. Oh shit, I didn't know you live stream. This is sick. Yes, I live stream from time to time. Especially when I don't have time to actually make videos. Yeah, so the idea is that they will open the gate, they will grab the dumpsters, take them out, and then some truck will pick them up. At least that's how I've seen the dumpsters around, like the In-N-Out burger that I have near me and McDonald's too. Isn't it so satisfying you have a gap for a gate that fits perfectly? I know, right? Just check this out. It's so nuts. It's like really, really good. Okay, let's grab some damage here. Let's do some damage to this. So this one's gonna stay as concrete, but I wanna make this a little bit messy. Just slightly. I don't, don't overdo this things. Something like that. And then we need some trash maybe. Some boxes. An old TV. Yeah, I don't think I want all these. I do want the boxes. There we go. Tires. I don't think we need tires here. No, I don't want to delete that either. Should probably done this outside. Let's get rid of those, and then we're gonna grab this. We're gonna copy it there, so that works. And now we can get the boxes, and we can copy the boxes. Just pile the boxes there in that one corner. Awesome. All right, this is starting to look good. Let's see, what else do we need? So, should we fence this out a bit? I feel like I made a sidewalk here, but I don't necessarily want people walking here. So maybe I should add a few more of these planters. If I can. There we go. To like block this area off. And prevent people from walking in here. Like something like this. And then maybe get rid of this decals. Actually, I can just use the curve planters to like hide everything. Yeah, this is much better. See if I can fit the large one. The large one is way too large, I think, for this. Actually, it's kind of perfect. Yeah, let's go with that. And then maybe we'll use the mediums for like the edges of things. I might be able to use the XL here. Oh, come on, stupid McDonald's. That's the decal. I don't want that. So something like that. Oh, it's kind of creeping in on the other side. Okay, no, I don't want that. Let me delete that and use the smaller ones instead. There we go. That's not too bad. Kind of like that. So now we're preventing people from coming in here. And let's put a fence around here. And that would also prevent people from walking on this area. Oh, I forgot. I need to add like a crossing here, a pedestrian crossing. The cleaning staff didn't do a great job there. Yeah, they didn't. They're just piling up boxes. They're like, who cares? No one comes to this dead mall anyways, right? Let me... that's not what I wanted. Okay, this is gonna be great. Here, just give me a second. We'll get this. We'll get this done in the most pleasing way possible. So we have that corner there. This one's going to remain open. Actually, this whole thing is going to remain open. And we want the crossings from Mademoiselle Evania. And we can just have a few more of these over here. Maybe we can just bring this closer so that it doesn't like get all mixed up with that. So like buildings, prov. Oh man. Will I have to align everything now? Sometimes it's just easier to get them off the way and then just be able to drag them. Because if I use my arrow keys, it's just a pain in the ass. Like take them out like that and then bring them back in. It's not going to be perfect, but good enough is what I'm aiming for. There we go. Not too shabby. It's all coming together. I was just going to stop recording. Like I already have my muscle memory. Whenever I finish like a thing like that, I stop recording, take a breath, and then keep going. How do you make a distant city in the time someone makes a McDonald's? You don't. It depends on your definition of decent, I guess. Let me get a few more delineators here just for good measure. There we go. All right, things are coming along. Let's duplicate some of these tables now that we have the umbrellas and the tables. Hopefully we'll be able to select 2 of them at a time. Actually, this is not going to work because it's going to change the color of them. Let's also clear up all this trash. All right, let's move the McDonald's. Actually, you know what? This makes more sense if we just do it like this. So we can just literally duplicate the whole thing with the colors and everything. Actually, I don't mind using the red ones either. I think that could look nice. A combination of red and white. Yeah, let's try that. So this one's blue, green. There we go. It's nice. So all we have to do now is just move these in place. So now there's plenty of seating on both ends of the restaurant. Something like that. I think we might need to duplicate a whole bunch more. So let's do it. Wow, there we go. Exactly all the colors that I needed. Fantastic. Try to rotate them in different angles so that they look a little bit more scattered, you know. How does that look? For some reason, I feel like the umbrellas are a little bit too not tall enough. Like they're barely making it to the height of the fence. I totally would not want to eat on that side of the McDonald's. Like this is a real thing. It's not. I'm not making this up. These are usually sitting next to where people eat. Yeah, and also like having idling cars next to them. Let me erase these because they don't look great. Let me actually erase just the one or maybe 2 if I can select them quickly. No. You see, that looks much nicer. I don't have a first person view. I'm sorry, but at least I can show you this. It's kind of crazy that they're just like stuck against the the thing. I don't know. Seems really crowded. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. The other one looks nicer, right? Like it's more open. This one is like a little bit too crowded. Let's remove a few. Getting tired of listening to this same songs. Oh man, keep replaying. That's much better, actually. And I think I'm gonna erase them, yeah. Not entirely sure if I'm selecting them properly, but maybe not that one, but let's see what happens here. I think that's actually an improvement. Come on, let me select the thing. There we go. There we go. When is the next FPS episode coming out? So for patrons, it's coming out on Wednesday. And for everyone else, it's coming out on Friday. That will be episode 6 on my channel. And if you haven't seen episode 5 on Bisco Housen's channel, it came out yesterday, which was a Friday. And yeah, just go to his channel. It's up there. It's a good episode. Okay, let me erase these two because now this is gonna bother me if I don't. And of course I can't select them because there's a big decal in the middle. See if this helps. This is where it gets like annoying. Decals is the last thing that you should do in general. Oh man, come on. Don't be like that. You know what? I have an idea. Well, no. I was just gonna say let's delete these and put them again, but then I have to cycle through the colors. I don't know which is worse. Just get rid of this, man. Come on. I think I might have to. I really don't see a choice here. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Actually, let's get rid of all of them and just clone the ones that are properly elevated already. I needed 5, I think. Except they spawn in random colors that I don't want. So let's keep duplicating this. So that one is the right color. Let's bring it here. We have 2 proper colors. 3, 5, come on. There we go. And now we have red and white. I'm gonna scatter them a bit more this time. Just so that they don't look like too copy and paste, you know? Let's delete all the ones that we know we won't use. So I have 2 whites and 1 red, so let's add another red. And let's add another white over here. And I think that's enough. There we go. Things are looking good. Let's take a closer look. I mean, this is starting to look like a real McDonald's. If I do say so myself. I feel like I need to add at least 1 or 2 more cars here. So let's do that real quick. What was the name of the guy? Ninja? What car is this? Nissan Leaf. Okay, let's do a Nissan Leaf. There's no EV chargers here, unfortunately. Not yet. There we go. So we have some scattered cars in there. Let's actually... What car is this? Ford C. I don't necessarily... Oh, actually, I don't mind this color. This color is like plausible. I hate it when they have like crazy colors, even though I know those sometimes exist, but it's just like make it... I don't want the cars to stand out. I want the building to stand out. There we go. Great. There's going to be park and fly and rental cars and all that in FPS. Trust me, we're just barely scratching the surface. It's going to be really ambitious. So there's still so much more to do, even though we're a little bit ahead in terms of recording episodes. It's worth the wait. It gets much better. Trust me. Strict, how are you? I'm doing fine. How are you, Hacken Bowen? If I'm getting your name correctly. Let's see what else I wanted to do. Yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to do here. Oh, the line of cars at the drive-thru. Yeah, let's do that. That's gonna be fun. We need a Suburban here, so let's get this right by the window. And then we have a Golf that's like maybe ordering. I don't want this like diarrhea red. Maybe we'll get this blue one instead. Just ordering, and then let's Prius in silver. What else can we get in here? This like minivan, red minivan. Maybe a silver one too, so that it doesn't look too staged. You know, I don't know if that's even a color. Let's grab this red one. This red one is fine. Slightly away from the other one. Maybe bring the Prius a little bit back. I don't want them to be like perfectly equidistant. And also I want them to look like they made a big turn to get into here because it's kind of sharp. That helps it sell the realism a bit more. Audi A3, man, I love this car too. And red. Yeah, let's keep this one red. Actually, let's try to keep like maybe black or silver. Silver will be nice. I don't think that comes in silver. Yeah, okay, let's go with black then. Zoom in here. Let's get this Audi in place. Maybe rotate this a bit more. There we go. So that's quite the line at the drive-thru. I think the Golf is sort of floating in midair, so let's fix that real quick, and probably the Suburban too. Yeah. There we go. Get the Prius down. Like so. All right. Things are looking good. You know what would be nice? Having a McDonald's flag or something. Yeah, Nordic names are definitely not easy to pronounce. Especially when I don't know what any of those characters sound like. There's a McDonald's table on the side just sitting in the grass. I think I deleted them all. Maybe that comment is a little bit old. I think this car still looks like it's floating. No, it's sitting up against the pavement. There we go. That's looking good, man. actually quite happy here. Let's do some vegetation around this area, and I wanna have like some like landscapey elements around here, but not. I don't want them to be like too perfect. Just like every once in a while, we have a cluster of like 3 of these like large bushes to sort of like delineate where McDonald's has control over some of these landscaping privileges. I don't know what I'm saying, by the way. In case you didn't know by now. Let's see if we can get saving. Come on. Let's see if we can get some more flowers going in here. Just scatter them around in different clusters. Always do clusters of things. They look more realistic. Maybe get some of these shady bushes. At this point, I might as well just go outside of the fence and just go a little bit more crazy. We have a dead tree there. Just continue that trend. So this fence was like all wrapped up in that type of foliage. Something like that. Let's add a few more clusters of grass in here as well. Let's do some of the ones that we put down here as well. What else? That looks good. That is looking good. Let's add one more over here, and then this could use just a lighter shade of green. I think we need some decorations here. Let's, but I don't want like really tall grass like I mentioned. So let's just try to keep like an edge here of like maybe flowers, something along those lines. I don't want to obstruct the view of the McDonald's from the road. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Oh, I haven't used this in a while. These are awesome. This Indian grass. Just decorating the edges a little bit. All right, that looks good. You just build this McDonald's in the stream? Yes, basically I had the McDonald's on the road, like the actual building. Everything else that, all the props and all the details that you saw me do are, yeah, we're done during the live stream, so yeah. All right, I kind of like this. Let's do one more thing. Let's do some bike racks because we have the bicycle thing here. So you know what? Let's do this. Let's edit the. Let's move the sign just slightly and bring this up here. I have no idea what I'm doing right now. Actually, I do, but I don't know if this is gonna work. So what I want is to like extend this pavement area here and just put some bike racks in there. That's the idea, at least. So if we grab this brush and we'll do something like this, we get straight lines. Sometimes we do. Let's, I want the leafy grass here. Where is this? I think it's this one. No, it's not, but it's okay. Just want to cover the area around the sign. I do want the leafy green. There we go. Great. So now we can go bicycle. Kind of following the curve. And then we can have a few more on this side. You know, some people can just like lock their bikes here and then go get food. Like basically regain all the calories that they lost. I doubt that many people cycle to McDonald's on a highway, so please don't place any bikes in the racks. I mean, this is connected to a park. There's a lot of people jogging and doing things. And if you're like hungry, you would probably stop here too. I don't think it's like, I would say it's unlikely, but not impossible. What I'm looking for. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. I expect this to be a really busy bike path, just so you know. I'm not sure about these lines, actually. I hated that they snap to the wall for some reason. I don't like that. I have ridden my bike and gotten burgers on the way. Not McDonald's, but other places. So it's not like totally crazy. You would just bike to the river, have, you know, or even like go to the McDonald's, get something to lunch, and then grab your bike and eat it at the park. I don't think that's like a totally crazy thing to do. I would love to do that. Why isn't the golf allowed at the handicap spot? Any car could have a handicap permit thingy. As far as I know. Control S to turn on snapping. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. It just snaps anyways. Trust me. That's the first thing I did. Let's do some damage here. Just add some texture to this parking lot area. This is a little bit extreme, but if we select it and bring it just down a little bit, just add a few more, you know, kind of like cracks. The pavement, just very subtle. Actually, let's do some cracks too. Actually, you're right. This time they don't snap. Maybe I was doing it wrong. Thank you for reminding me. I just realized that I could do that. I was like, I thought I tried it before. Yeah, this is like really destroyed, huh? Maybe tone it down a bit. There we go. That's more subtle. That's what happens when you have concrete expansion joints. Whenever the heat is up, then you get all your pavement broken. All right, I think that that pretty much does it for this one. I'm really happy with how this came out. I may come back and just add a few things here and there, maybe get some assets that I haven't gotten before. But I'm really happy with how it came out, and I hope you did too. You know what? One more thing I want to do is like add tires, like here. so that it looks like people are actually driving away. There we go. Something like that. So there's like a lot of traffic coming in and out. You know what I think this needs, that I probably will do in an episode, is add some lights, because this at night is, I think it's just like totally dark. Like this is the closest light we have, which is not good. But yeah, I think that does it for the stream. Thank you so much for thank you so much for tuning in. Wow, dude, it's been 3 hours since I started streaming. I don't think I've hosted such a long stream in a while. I hope that you enjoy. I'm gonna continue working on the next episode of Miracle Mile. I'm guessing will take place after the next episode of FBS, so you should expect Miracle Mile episode 6 or episode 7. I don't know what I'm gonna number it, because technically this is episode 7. At some point, maybe next Monday or Tuesday, something like that. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, again, thanks a lot for watching. This stream is gonna be in the channel, so if you want to watch it later, it's it will be up there. If the audio is like out of sync or something like that, just give it a few moments, because YouTube kind of sucks at processing super long videos like this. But yeah, that's all for now. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.